Hey y'all, it's Steve, Hobo with Wood, and whenever I'm out in public or shopping, I'm always looking for inspiration, something that might come up with the next great idea to create for laser engraving. And I've told you many, many times, I'll go into Hobby Lobby and just walk around and look at the signage they have up out there and take pictures of it even and come back and maybe recreate something from something I've seen while I'm in the store. But this week I was in an office, and the girl's cubicle I was in, she had some signs up that she may have bought from Hobby Lobby or wherever. And there was one in there in particular. It was really, really cute. I liked it a lot. So much so that I had to take a picture of it so I could remember to come back and make my version of it. And it was really clean, really simple. It's just a few lines of text. This too shall pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass. And I thought, okay, that's cute, but I can make it better. And how am I going to make it better? I'm going to assign the two lines of text. Well, and I shortened the verbiage up a little bit. Just take a look. This too shall pass, the wife. Like a kidney stone, but it'll pass, the husband. I think that's super cute, and it has lots and lots of possibilities. You can invert those. You can put it off that the husband's like, this too shall pass, but the wife's like, oh yeah, okay. So it doesn't have to be the husband's the grumpy Gus. You can make the wife the grumpy Gus, or you can use it for, I don't know, political. You can say this too shall pass and put in your political party of choice, and then the other one for the second line. I had some ideas. I immediately thought of doing the husband and the wife. But then I said, you know what would some other counterpoints be? And let me find my internet. Do. It's somewhere. Here it is. And I come up with, working in collaboration with ChatGPT, three really funny ones. Let's see. I didn't like any of those. Those were weird. I like 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Now this is good. This is good. Well, this too shall pass, the U.S. government. It might pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass, the American taxpayer. The wife, me, vice versa. And then optimist and realist. But then, what was it? These two, the U.S. government, taxpayer, 4. My wife, me. That's one I was getting, an optimist and realist. Okay, yeah, that's him. But then, sometimes ChatGPT is, at least it thinks it's smart. It ain't that smart. It's nothing intelligent about it. But I told it I wanted something that was awkward, funny, and these were way, way highbrow for me that I didn't understand it. Stuff like, and well, I said I didn't understand it, but it's just, I didn't find it that funny. But to give you an idea, now this one's actually kind of funny. This too shall pass. Icarus. It pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. Gravity. The captain of the Titanic, and Rose, different things like that. It also did, and I don't know this one, and I didn't even bother looking it up, but Captain Edward Smith. I don't know his. George Armstrong Custer and the Survivors. Now this one was kind of funny. This too shall pass. Medieval philosopher. It might pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. Bubba. King Solomon. And every adult over 40. So there's a lot of different ways you can play with this and make it unique and make it your own with one common theme or common thread, and be able to have a bunch of different signs with one concept and not a whole lot of work. Let's check this out. If we go over to LightBurn, if you are a patron or a member and you have had access to my frames, then you have my frame library. You've already got all these, and that's these over here. But you don't have to have that. You can do corner accents like I've did up here. You don't have to completely frame it. I kind of like that better than I do the complete frame. So let's look at this. There are a couple things I did to create some variation, some keep it looking so monotone. Here, the fonts are all the same font. They're not the same size. And I'm going to ungroup everything. It's all Baskerville Old Face. But if we look at these two, they're 37 points high. And the wife and the husband are 29.5. So they're just ever so slightly smaller. But making them just a little bit smaller gives these a little bit more pop, and these are more like a little signature and afterthought. But you don't want to make them too small. You want them to be obvious since they are part of the joke. But I also made sure that the spacing between the wife and the husband in relation to the other line above it, the padding remained the same. So how did I do that? Well, first off, we won't even do that. We'll do, what I did was come in here to my pencil tool and draw a straight line. And then I took that selected that one, hold shift and select this too shall pass, and then alt shift V. And alt shift V is to align vertical. And that puts that line right up against the first contact point. In this case, it's the P and pass. Then for the wife, I'm going to move this down here so you can see how this works. I'm going to come over here to my padding tool, and I'm going to tell it 4 millimeters in padding. We'll go 5 millimeters in padding. And then these are my docking tools. So I'm going to dock this object with 5 millimeters of padding. So with that selected and I put 5 millimeters in the padding, I can tell it to dock upwards, and it's going to stop right there. And actually now I see that I don't want that 5, I want that at 4. And now I can just tell it to dock upwards. And now, so I can adjust that. You can't go, I don't think you can go closer and then tell it to dock 4 and it go backward. No, see, it won't do that. So if you're already too closer than 4, you got to go away and then dock up, and now you'll be at that 4 millimeter padding. And 4 is still too much as I zoom out, so let's make that 3. And dock it upwards. Got to select it first and dock upwards. There we go. That looks better. So now I can take this, bring it down, and then I'll hold shift, select that, and alt shift V, and that puts it up to the next point that it contacts us, which is the P and pass, just like that, P and pass. But I've got this and this aligned to the right justification of those text. Actually, you know what? They're independent. That one and that one align to the right, and align that and that to the right. I don't know my right from my left. There we go. Once you got that aligned to the edge and the edge, you want to make sure that you've got at least 3 between here and here, and dock that upward 3 mil. And now your spacing, you can get rid of that. The space between here and here are identical. It looks good, and it's little details like that that really just put the icing on your cake and make it look really, really polished. Because that's what you're after if you're wanting to sell this stuff. It needs to be polished. It needs to look crisp, balanced. And you could do this. You could take, if you wanted, I like that. Even though this is a punchline and it's funny and silly, I like it. Or you could take and go, let's take these two right here, come up here, and we're going to say it needs to be Comic Sans, and give it a different text, a different font. But now it's way too big. So what I'm going to do is look at this right here. Now I already know that that was 37 points because I showed you earlier. And if we look at this one, it's 37 points. But its appearance is much larger than this here. Well, instead of going by the point size here with our height and our font, come over here and look at your dimensions. So if you select this one, the height is 10.158. So come over here to this one, and we're going to have to, right now if we select, it's going to be both of them, and we need to get one line so we can see. So, or actually what I can do is this. I can just come down here, get comic, or my font rather, and put in a letter. We'll do a capital. We'll do capital L. And now that I've got that capital L, and if I tell it to be 37 like what I had initially, well, there it is, 37. I don't understand why that's so large when this is 37, that's 37. Because that's all the way down to a 12, and that's getting closer to that. But when I select that, it says it's 37. It is not. That's weird. But that's irrelevant because we're not going to be going by the point size anyway. So what I'm looking here, this height is 10.158. So I'm going to grab this one and tell it to be 10.158. Is that what that was? Yeah. And now I'll look at that and see what that height is. It's 12.72. And that's what I could use for the font size. I don't understand why it did that. Why this is still saying it's 37 when it's not. But the appropriate size is 12.72. But now if we tell this one to be 12.72, it's going to be probably too small, I think. Yeah. That's weird. I think that's a flaw there in LightBurn. I don't know. You know, there are gremlins, they're bugs. But by changing the fonts, the point size didn't stay the same relative to one another. So you'd actually have to type that all out again. But by looking here at this one and knowing that it's 10.158 in height, that's what that is. And I can look and see the height of it's 12.72. So that's what I would comment to drag that. We need to drag that and come back over here and finish typing that out. And I put a capital there, but We ain't gonna worry about it. Like a kidney stone, but it pass. And let's center that here. Still don't look right. That looks so much bigger. So there, oop, didn't mean to do that. Control Z. So here, if you're going to do that, in order to make these look good, I've got the height of it correct. So now we want to come in here, we'll play with the horizontal spacing. Don't want to bring it in too close. The vertical spacing. Oh, turn the bold off. That helps there. I'm just going to eyeball it. Oh. Let's go with 11. So I thought it was going to be something simple, but they didn't stay the same physical size whenever I changed that from one font to the other. So if that one's 11, then this one, I'm going to make it opposite. Well, see, something's not right there. That top one is 11, but the bottom one is showing to be 29.5, but it's much, much smaller. And it's the same font. It's bold, but let's turn the bold off. Still showing 29.5, and it's not. So that's a little bit weird. If you've seen that before and you can explain it, share it in the comments. Tell me what's going on, because I've not run into that or haven't paid it any attention before. But if I'm going to change those up, now I need to dock it at 3 millimeters again. So I can take that, Alt-Shift-V to put that up there, and then select that and that, tell it to line to the right, and then tell that to dock upwards to there. And now that is the same physical spacing between here and here. But you can do something like that so that you've got, different fonts and different looks. I think it's a funny idea, funny concept. I'm curious what your thoughts are. And I'm really curious about why that's doing that with the font. That's what's got me stumbling right now. That's why my brain is not fully engaged here with you, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. What happened? If you can figure it out or you know the answer, please let me know. So I hope you thought this was as funny as I did. And at least you see an opportunity to how you can use one general idea and then change one or two little aspects and have 20 different ideas off of one basic idea. I'm Steve of Wood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.